I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. Before I get to late night, I always forget to cross-promote my show on the Live by Live app. That show is called The Weekly Comedy Thing. It's like this, except I can actually play comedians on there. I'll tell you who I played because I just recorded the show. On this week's show, Amy Schumer, David Spade, Michael Ian Black, Chinedu Unaka, Joel Kim Booster, Richie Redding, Dan Soder, Pete Corielli, Maz Jobrani, Joe Coy, Rob Schneider, Bert Kreischer, Kevin Hart, and Paul Mooney. So that's called The Weekly Comedy Thing. You'll find it on the Live by Live app. You can stream the show for free. And the nice folks at Live by Live always promote me on social media. When they do today on Monday, I will retweet it from my personal account at McD Radio and from this show account at DCN Pod. So I'll make that easy for you. Just follow me on Twitter and then you can click the link and listen to The Weekly Comedy Thing. All right, it's a minute in already and you want some late night jokes? Well, I got them for you. Did you see Donald Trump is ending his blog? Jimmy Kimmel said it's a move he calls the Eric. Jimmy Fallon said, COVID cases in the U.S. have dropped to the lowest level in almost a year. Pretty soon, the only place you'll see Dr. Fauci is popping out of a costume on The Masked Singer. Colbert, nearly 50% of Americans have gotten at least one dose, and COVID deaths are as low as they've been since last summer. Yes, Low Death Summer, my favorite Beach Boys album. Kimmel, now we can do whatever we want to do. We can travel, we can go outside and be swarmed by cicadas. Kimmel, if it gets better at this rate, they'll say by July 1st of this year, we'll need a new excuse not to want to see people. Corden, COVID's at a low. It's out. It's getting drunk at lunch, wearing a bathrobe in public. That's how low it's gotten. Seth Meyers celebrated that the U.S. has officially vaccinated half of the adults, and they expect by the end of September they will have vaccinated the other 7 or 8%. In other news, Joe Biden is going to meet with Vladimir Putin soon. Seth Meyers said, I hope it doesn't come down to a staring contest because both of those guys have had a lot of Botox. It could be a long one. And Google is opening a retail store in New York this summer, although Seth said it will be weird to ask a salesperson a question and get 1.3 million answers. Do you like The Bachelor? Bachelor in Paradise has a new host. That other guy's gone. I don't watch the show. Controversy something. I'm sure you know all about it. But Bachelor in Paradise has a new host. David Spade. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to say David Spade, did you? Page 6 says Spade was picked because he's a Bachelor superfan who's built a cult following among fellow fans because of the hilarious commentary about the show that he doles out on his Instagram account. Producers want to put some fun in the show. They think it has become too serious. Remember last week I told you the New York Daily News did not like Chuck Schumer's joke? That joke in question involves a woman in court for stealing a can of peaches and a judge who sentences her to 1 night in jail for each of the 4 peaches in the can. The Daily News told us the punchline was that the woman's husband chimes in and tells the judge that she also stole a can of peas. This went over my head. Thankfully, listener Todd400 on Twitter at Todd400 hit my Twitter at TCNPod and explained Schumer's joke. My wife also stole a can of peas. See, there are hundreds of peas in a can, so the husband wanted her to go to jail for years and not just 4 days. Oh, now I get it a week later, says the host of Daily Comedy News. Sorry, everybody, that's a terrible joke, though. Come on. Did anyone else get it? Were you all like, Johnny Mac's an idiot? The Hollywood Reporter had one of them there round tables. I just went all Letterman on you. Did you hear the Letterman there? That was very Letterman of me. Kenan, Thompson, Chris Redd, and Pete Davidson on the roundtable. The topic, Kenan Thompson has been on SNL for 18 years. What are the reactions? Chris Redd said, I would never do 18 seasons. Pete Davidson said, yeah, I'm good. I'm surprised I made it to 7. I'm ready to hang up the jersey. Kenan's like Karl Malone out there. Chris Redd said he's a legend for it, and I think he can have that marker. Like, I'm having a good time. It's better than the first few years. I mean, I had a good first year, and then with my second year, it was kind of wild. But I don't know how anybody does 18 years. It's boot camp. I was on the exercise bike this morning, and I was thinking to myself, everything is feeling pretty good. You know why? Because I cleaned up. Support for Daily Comedy News is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer. It's called the Lawnmower 4.0. I have one. I use one. Gets the job done. Know what I'm saying, fellas? That's right. the 4.0, fourth iteration of the lawnmower. Join over 2 million men worldwide, including me, who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer to you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code DCN at manscaped.com. You go to manscaped.com, that code DCN. Imagine shaving with a sleek, well-designed, and optimized trimmer that makes shaving time your favorite time in the bathroom. I'm one of the first people to try the new 4.0. The craftsmanship and details on the 4.0 are next level. The fourth generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. You definitely want to be skin-safe. I feel confident shaving the boys. The upgraded trimmer includes a multifunction on-off switch that can engage a travel lock. It also gives you the ability to turn on the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when you want a more precise shave. Oh yeah, you'll be able to see what's going on, boys. You know that shaver you use on your face? That one's for your face. This one is not for your face. This one is for down there. Keep it clean. It's time to get your own ball hair and body trimmer with Manscaped to make me time the best time. Enhance your confidence with some nice, smooth boys. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code DCN at manscaped.com. That code DCN at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code DCN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code DCN. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. All right, I need a favor from you. I have started a new podcast. Yeah, this is an idea that I've had for over a year, and life got in the way, and I got busy, and there was a pandemic. Did you hear about this? Apparently everybody stayed home for a year. Yeah, so my idea was to start a very, very casual travel podcast. Now, why didn't I start a travel podcast during the pandemic? Because you couldn't go anywhere, everybody. But now, travel is back. And that's the name of the podcast. Travel is back. So this is episode 1 is out today. It is me giving you my version of Chicago. I'm not saying it is the definitive travel guide to Chicago. I'm just telling you what I do when I go there. That's the gist of the show. Next week will be Nashville. So here's the favor. I want to get this thing some visibility on the charts. So if you are in the United States of America and you're on the Apple Podcast app, what I would like you to do after you finish listening to this, go to Travel is Back is the name of the podcast. Please follow it and please download episode 1. What happens on the Apple charts is if you get a flurry of new subscriptions in a short time period, you will shoot up the charts. So that's what we're going to do today. You got my back. You're going to hook me up and follow Travel is Back if you're in the United States, and you're going to do that on the Apple Podcast app. I don't even care if you listen. I just want to climb the charts today. Travel is Back, a new podcast from your pal, Johnny Mac. Appreciate the favor in advance. I had told you that John Oliver was messing with Cheerios. He offered them $25,000 if they would tweet the F word at a random Twitter user. Cheerios has responded and said, you know, we're a family brand, so we can't drop the F. We'll donate $50,000 to No Kid Hungry. We'll also donate $50,000 to the charity of your choice, John Oliver, if you tweet, families make good go round. John Oliver did it. Look at that. A joke? Good for charity. From Vulture, Verdas says, I'm done playing by the rules because I wasn't part of setting those rules, and my career has had to conform to these rules for too long, so I'm going to effectively try to end my career. That's how he announced what he's doing next. He has given up on the 1-hour structure of comedy specials, and he is releasing a series of 10-minute specials on the 10th of every month. It is called 10 on 10. They're released on his YouTube channel days after they're filmed in a secret location on a mountain deep in the forest. What? Vulture said, how did you land on religion as the focus for the first 10 on 10? Verdas said, it was a bunch of things. I had a bit from my Netflix special, Losing It, which was about me losing my religion. And for some reason, a year and a half after the special came out, it had gone viral. So I was getting a lot of hate for that. I had just gone to court because I had a Netflix series called Hazmuka, hope I pronounced that right, where I played a fictitious comedian who did bad jokes about religion. I had to fight a court case in front of the high court to defend jokes. Thankfully, the case went my way. Then the government started with a sort of rhetoric of, these comedians are disrespectful and disrespecting our majority religion. And a comedian went to jail. Yeah, remember Munawar Faruqi went to jail? I had told you about that several times. He spent a month in jail. Vulture was like, are you nervous? Are you scared having done it? The answer, man, I'm pretty sure my day will come. I don't say that to sound heroic in any way, shape, or form, because I am afraid. Like every artist in my country is afraid. I'm pretty sure there will come a day when I will say something wrong from the system's perspective. With Munawar, yeah, he was a big part of it, but also, I really like doing this. I really like talking about these things and how it's not just your God, but my God. If I don't step up now and I don't speak up now, I lose the ability to do this in the future. I have to get ahead of it. I say that with zero judgment on anybody who just wants to keep their head down and avoid this material and protect themselves. Because the second part of my thinking was, of all the comics in India, I've been very fortunate, if not the most fortunate English comic in India. I come from a place of privilege far ahead of most English comics. I'm like, man, if I can't fight this, what shot does that kid in jail have? What shot does the next kid who does it at open mic have? I need to step up on this. Hellen Mirren is going to narrate When Nature Calls. It's ABC's upcoming comedic look at, quote, the lighter side of the natural world. It is based on the BBC's Walk on the Wild Side. The American version, When Nature Calls, with Hellen Mirren, will feature comedians, quote, putting words into the mouths of beautiful beasts, teeny tiny frogs, beatboxing badgers, and more in captivating footage from all over the world. This sounds terrible. But get out your calendar. The unscripted wildlife comedy will premiere Thursday, June 24th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. You do not want to miss Hellen Mirren's When Nature Calls. Actually, you do want to miss it. There's no reason to watch that. And let's hope comedian Luis Ribeiro de Andrade is feeling better. He goes by Superman, and he was hit by a bus. Now, Johnny Mac, why are you being a douche? The guy got hit by a bus. Why are you making fun of this? I'm not making fun of it. I'm reporting the comedy news. Apparently, the 35-year-old presenter who goes by the name Superman was filming himself as he tried to mimic halting the vehicle, but the bus hit him. However, he can be seen calmly walking away after being hit by the bus and joked, now I've seen I really am made of steel. He spoke to F5 News the next day and said he had miscalculated his distance and ended up being hit by the vehicle. He said the accident was completely his fault and there was no problem with the bus's brakes. As he had joked in his video, I take responsibility for everything. I want to do this as angry Jerry Seinfeld now. I take responsibility for everything. I went to the bus company so the driver would not be penalized. There was no problem with the brakes. He did what he could, and I acted wrong. It's a stunt. It's a stunt I always do, but this time it almost turned into an accident. It wasn't serious because the hand of God was there. I didn't feel anything with the knock. I was hit through my own fault, and a miracle of God took place there. God acted at that time and protected me. The transport company issued a statement emphasizing the importance of attention to traffic and ensuring all necessary care. That is your comedy news for today. All right, you have homework. Remember what you're going to do? You tell me. I'm not going to stop talking. You tell me what you're going to do. See, they already forgot. You're going to go to Apple Podcasts. You're going to search for a podcast called Travel is Back. You're going to hit follow, and you're going to download episode 1 to hook up your pal, Johnny Mac. That's your comedy news for today. Follow this show, if you don't already, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for the hookup.